What's up, Fantasy Freaks? It's Rob, the NRL Fantasy Freak, back with my Round 5 review. 778 points. Pretty disappointing week for most of us, so not too concerned. Rank dropped a little bit, back outside the top 1000 to 1241. But the team value's looking good at 12.056 mil, and that's with my 146k in the bank. 30 trades up my sleeve, so we're looking good. Going through the team, Mamazelis with 35, another low one for him. Paynehouse was the big one with 42 as captain. That was pretty disappointing. Yo with 69 is proving invaluable to the team. Terrell May with 51 managed to outscore Haas, so that's interesting to note. See if that continues. Now Fahu White, 50, happy days. Matty Nicholson, 74 with the try. Jamie Humphries with 1, and he's out for a while now, so he's the sell for everyone this week. Jack Cole, playing him was a bad decision. I really didn't think that through. Well, my thinking was that he had the big game before Cleary came back, so I was hoping that he would start to take more responsibility in the team. But it looks like Cleary's just going to dominate, and that makes Cole a sell. Toa with 52 was awesome with that late sin bin when Walsh just ran in front of him and tripped him up. Don't know why that was a sin bin. So that cost 7 points. Toya with 46 was solid. He looked after Latrell very well, and happy to have him in the team. Campbell with 46 was a low one. Garrick 39, will take it against the Storm. And Brimpson with 44 with a nice try, and he'll keep making money. Watson 47, a low game for him. Was a really low week for a lot of players. Horse with 53 was good. Seyfarth with 30, another low score. That Tigers Broncos game was a bad one for me. Metcalf on the bye. Tamale with 41, so because I knew he was getting 41, I just kept him. But look at those emergencies. Katoga 44, Jenkins 42, and Hubner 46. They're all going to make some good money in the future. And yeah, let's move on. So guys, I've put this experts table together. As you can see, the NRL Fantasy Freak is on top. I've got Biz from the Casual Athlete, Jamie from GBFA, Scoop, Austin from the Fantasy Amateurs, Longy, the Casual Athlete, the Talking League Pod, I don't know if they've got a group team going, Matty T from GBFA, Rob Fung, you might have seen him around, Mitch, he's been doing some awesome videos, the People's Team from GBFA, TK from Talking League, Mark Jessup from the Fantasy Amateurs, Eddie from the Echo Chamber, the NRL Fantasy Pro app, Adrian, Buttery, and finally Nikki, who's struggling to start the season. So I just put this table together so you guys could see how they're all tracking, and gives you an idea, like even though these guys obviously put a bit of time into it, that you can still start badly if you get a few picks wrong, but it'll be interesting to keep track of them throughout the season. And yeah, interesting things to note. Rob Fung with 629k in the bank, and Mark Jessup with 593k in the bank. So they've obviously making some big moves this week. Jamie and Longy both have used 7, and TK's used 8 trades. So and the Talking League pod has used 8 as well. On the flip side, Rob Fung, Mitch, Mark Jessup, and Nikki have only used 5, so they've saved trades, so that's going to be good for them. Oh, I've got that team value for Biz as on a percentage. That's no good. Can't be us fixing it. So that should be 11.89 mil. But as you can see, yep, I've got the highest value team, or the Talking League pods up at 12.13. What else have we got? Yeah, that's pretty much it from there. So I've managed to collect data from all their teams so we can see who the most popular players are from these guys. So guys, this is what the expert template looks like. 4 players 100% owned by the experts. Those are Rob Toyer, Peter Mamazelis, Tyrrell May, and Jamie Humphries. So hopefully you've got those guys in your team, and we'll all feel the same pain of Humphries 1 point this week. In this slide, I've put the top 1,000 percentage ownerships, and I've ranked it by the experts' ownership, so you can notice the difference. Big one is Alex Seyfarth. He's 88% owned by the experts and only 50% by the top 1K. Other ones that stand out, I've also got if I own them or not, and so I've highlighted there Cleary and Egan. Sandon Smith I did have, but I sold. So Cleary and Egan are the two highest players that I don't own, who I'm looking at getting this week. And having a look through the rest of the data, I've gone down, so it goes Connor Watson, Ponga, and Nafahu White at 31% owned by the experts, and then there was a whole bunch at 19%. I've just put Metcalf in there because he's someone that I own, and he's only 15% owned by the top 1,000. So yep, that's pretty much that. I've got them by position, so the most owned hookers, Mamazelis and Watson. Most owned middles, May, Horsburgh, Seyfarth, Hubner, Painhaas, and Isaiah Yeo. Edges, Alex Seyfarth, Kitionu Kautoga. The rest are under 50%. Humphries, Cole, Cleary, and Jaden Campbell and Sandon Smith, only ones over 50%. And in the centres, I've got Toya, Tamale, Toa, and Kautoga. And at wing fullback, I've got Tamale, Jenkins, Campbell, Garrick, and Brimpson. So here's the team data going into next week. I've put at the top of each player if they've got value. So Mamazelis, 11 points of value. If they're keepers, or when I'm looking at selling them. So with Naufahu White after Origin, they've got Seyfarth with 8 points of value, Metcalf with 4, Toa with 6, Toya with 6, Brimpson with 11. Connor Watson I'll sell just before Origin, and same with Horsburgh. Sell Matty Nicholson when he peaks. He's got a B of 25 at the moment, so should make some cash. Tamale with 5 points of value. Hubner 13 points of value. Cole is a sell with being priced at 28 and projected 26 average next to Cleary. Kautoga 12 points of value, and Jenkins with 14 points of value. So you can pretty much use that to determine who is your priority buy. So Jenkins is your priority buy based on this, and then Hubner. If you don't own those guys, Kautoga with 12 and Mimazellus and Brimpson with 11 are the next best. And what else? So Humphreys and Cole are pretty much my targets to sell. We'll go on to my trade decision. So my trade decision this week, first off, who's hot or who's not. So Egan and Cleary at the top. Seo Wong, Fogarty and Clifford. So I definitely think Egan's a great buy. Break even of -3. Projected value of 11 points. So that's a safe buy, and if he can get some more minutes, he can definitely be even more value. Cleary, I think he dropped some cash, even though I just sold him, and I was hoping to wait one more week. Losing Humphreys just means I need another half, and so he's coming back in. Seo Wong, I was so close to being able to go safe after Wong and Humphreys to Cleary. 9k short, wasn't to be, so hopefully that's a sign that Wong will lose minutes and won't be as great an option in the future. Fogarty is a great option over Origin period, and he'll get you 50 plus every week pretty much. And Clifford, he's at an upturn in form. I'm not sure if it's sustainable, so I probably wouldn't be getting him. Who's not? Humphreys, obviously, with the 4-week injury at a minimum, is a sell. Cole, next to Cleary, he's just not doing anything, so he's a sell. Mark Noah Kanatoaze, I think he's a sell. Gajewski's a sell, definitely, and Crichton has never been fantasy relevant, so he should be a sell too. So I've got here the strategy tip for this week is keep it simple, stupid. So when when it shows the top two hot and the top two not, the options that I want to sell and buy line up. It seems like a no-brainer. So in my potential sells, I had Humphreys, 4-week injury, so easy sell. Cole, projected him at 26 next to Cleary based on his recent form. So, yep, he's gone. And Metcalf with only 4 points of value, priced at 36, projected 40. I just think Chanel Harris-Tavita is taking a bit more of the attack away from Metcalf, and I thought he was going to be a dominant like Sean Johnson type half, but hasn't shown that yet. And he could be a potential upgrade to Fogarty next week. He's got the Storm this week as well, so his B is only 26, so I'm pretty sure he can hit that, and I hope he has a good game against the Storm and we get up. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. So yeah, Cleary projected 63 for the season. he could definitely average more than that. I think that's a pretty safe 63. And Egan with projected 34. So yeah, he just needs more minutes and he'll definitely be great value. He looks really good. Passes the eye test. So this is how the team lines up for round 6. Projected to score 974 points. 12.102 million team value with 100k in the bank. I got Watson, Yo, May and Haas as captain. May as vice. Now Fahu White and Nicholson in the edges. Cleary comes in and Metcalf in the halves. Toa and Toya at centres. Campbell, Garrick and Brimson at the back. Horse, Seyfarth, Mamazalis and Hubner on the interchange. And Jenkins, Kautoga, Tamale and Egan on the emergencies. So talking through why I've picked some of these players, Toa and Toya just look like solid, consistent centres who are going to bust tackles, and so that's why I want them in the team over, say, Kautoga. Still not sure on his work rate and his, what would you say, athleticism compared to Toya and Toa. Tamale just doesn't get the ball enough, so it's really risky on whether he's going to be able to do anything when they just don't give him enough ball. He's definitely someone you could play though, but I would rather play Toya and Toa, and and my two Titans, Haas and Garrick, are just all way more solid options in my opinion. Seyfarth, the 30 last week, hopefully he can return back to the 40s that I predict him to be. And Mamazalis and Hubner, looking for strong games from them. Jenkins is another option that, like, you see what their projected scores are. They're all very similar, so it's pretty much flip a coin on who you're going to pick. And I'm going to go with the forwards for reliability over the backs that can be a bit hit and miss, especially with Jenkins getting pushed to the wing. He won't get that tackle base from the wing. So, and Egan, he's had 2 good scores in a row. Just worry that he might throw out a low one just when everyone's expecting that consistency just based on his recent form. Because he plays more minutes on the edge than in the middle, and it is harder to score on the edge, so as we've seen with Gilbert. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this week. Good luck to everyone, and go the Warriors. Hopefully they can break this hoodoo Melbourne have over them, and we can show everyone that we are contenders this year.